Hey, hi guys. So today we'll talk about CloudFront, like what is the use of it, how we can create a CloudFront, and so today we'll just use this CloudFront with S3, so we can use this CloudFront with multiple things, but today we'll use it with S3 mostly. So basically, this CloudFront normally what it used to do is it will just get the data from AWS edge location. So edge location is nothing but in every country this AWS will have some edge location. So now let's say you have created some website in your S3 bucket and you are using that site, and there are some peoples from other country as well, like you have hosted your S3 bucket in India, Asia, but you have that users from USA or Canada or somewhere else, right? So what will happen is when they will access your site means they will feel some latency there because your site is actually hosted in India is Asia region, and they are they are accessing it from US or from Canada, right? So to avoid that delay, what this CloudFront will do is it will once they will hit that particular service means it this CloudFront will cache that particular request in that edge location. So next time whenever they will hit means that they will be getting that response from that edge location itself. So they will be getting that response quite quickly. If you will compare with that getting response from that Asia location where exactly that S3 site that site is hosted in that S3 bucket. So let's go to the demo. Like for the demo again, what I'll do is I'll just create one S3 bucket. I'll upload one file into it, and I'll just create one more one CloudFront, and I'll just point that CloudFront to S3 bucket, and I'll try to access that data from that CloudFront instead of that S3 URL. So let's say this is CloudFront site. I can give this, I can keep all the things as default, can enable versioning, I can create a bucket. So here you can see my bucket is created. Parallelly, what I'll do is I'll just go to my CloudFront, and I'll by that time maybe yeah, this is that site. I'll have one any file I can have it here. So let's say I am just I have some project synopsis created for my project. So let's say I am uploading that same one so that we will be able to access. So you assume you have some site at S3 hosted, and you are planning to access it from your CloudFront. So I already told you what CloudFront will be doing in a background to make your site more faster and quicker for the people who are not in that same zone where you have that S3 bucket, right? So if you will see this bucket which you have created, or sorry, I have created, it is in US East region, right? Sorry, yeah, US East region, and that CloudFront when we are creating means it is a global service. Means this CloudFront will be using across that AWS location. So it will be using that edge location. Edge location is nothing but in every region, AWS will have some edge location where they will keep where whoever is using this CloudFront service means they will be storing that cache data there. So whatever they will be able to do it to give that to give that data back to the clients who is using your site, right? So now let's say I'm just so what I need to do is I need to select an origin. Origin is C. Here you can see Elastic Load Balancer. We can have it. API Gateway we can have it. Media Store Container we can have it, or Media Package Containers we can have it here. So here we are planning to use it S3. So let's say this is that S3, and that path, this origin path we don't need to give, or if you want you can give it. Then public, we bucket, if bucket is public means the bucket access, like public access is there in a bucket means, then we can select public. But this is that recommended option, like access control will be there, so you can just select this one. You can create a control setting, create. This has been created now. So basically now, like once you will define this origin access control, because your bucket is not public, so you need to define this, and again after that you need to update your S3 bucket policy is what CloudFront is saying. So you need to update this policy in your bucket, then only this CloudFront will be able to access your site if, in which is hosted in their S3 bucket. So there are a lot of setting which you can do it. So I'll just keep it like default setting only, so you can have it like how you want to redirect that protocol, like HTTPS only or HTTP or HTTPS, all those things, like what all methods you want to have it in this with the help of this CloudFront. If you want to restrict viewers, or viewers means like let's say you want to restrict some of that site from some of that APIs from your site, you want to restrict that, you can do it. Or you want to restrict from some other geography, like only you want to allow USA or UK peoples, and other part from that US and UK you don't want to allow anything, then that also you will be able to do it with the help of CloudFront. Then cache key and origin request, how it will go, how it will, all those things you need to select. Then that function association also you can give it if you want. And then this is that web application firewall, this is just for protecting your application. If you want to set it some firewall in your application to give that additional safety, so that you can do it, you can enable it, and you can set up all the rules and everything there in that firewall. For now, like this is just for a demo, so I'm not enabling anything. So here you can see like what all things you want to use, only all the edge location, or you want to use it only North America or Europe, or some particular edge location you want to use it. It depends on you, like how you want to use it. Now, like if you have some custom SSL certificate, means if you have some DNS which you want to set it up here, or any DNS like additional DNS apart from that CloudFront DNS, like the by default DNS which we will be getting, then what you can do is you can just add that DNS here. Even you can have upload that respective SSL certificate for that DNS. So if you will be able to do it, mean then you will be able to use that custom domain instead of that CloudFront default domain. Then we are having that supported version, like HTTP, that thing you can do it based on your need. And then you can say create distribution. So this is that that distribution has been created, but as I told you, you need to update that S3 policy. So what you will be doing is just copy and go back to your S3 bucket, then this permission, and you need to edit this, and you need to paste the policy which you have copied from that CloudFront, and you need to save it. So once this is saved means then you can refresh this page. So let's say like so all those things, like you can see it like that, whatever settings we were getting earlier, all those settings you will be able to see here also. If you want to give that setting after creating that CloudFront, you can give it, or if you want to keep those default setting only, then you can directly use it. So now our CloudFront is ready, and this is our distribution domain name, by default domain name, which I told you earlier that if you will give any custom domain and then SSL certificate, then you will be able to use that domain as well. So what you can do is like you can directly hit this, and you need to give it is currently not accessible. Okay, it is still deploying, so that is the reason why we are not able to access. So you can see last modified, it is still deploying. Let's refresh this page and see, still it is deploying. So let's wait for some time, let it deploy, and once it is deployed means then we can check this. So all those things like that current CloudFront geographic restriction which I was telling here, you can give that security web application firewall. If it is enabled means then you can update those things here. Then that origins, if you want to add any, that you can add it. If you want to edit anything here means you can edit it. And remember, like let's say like again that policy I told you, right, that policy must be there in that S3 bucket. So I have updated one policy here under permissions. If you will see this policy I have updated. So now let's say like you have created a CloudFront, and that copy policy option is gone from your this management portal. So how you will be getting it back means you will be just going into this edit origin, and here you will see that policy you must allow. So this policy option you will be getting here, you just need to again do a copy from here and just paste this policy in your bucket, then permission, and then you need to edit a bucket policy, and here you need to copy that particular policy. Once this is done, then you can here you can do a save and close it. So let's see now if it is deployed. If it is deployed means we can test it. Yeah, so you can see status is enabled, but yeah, I think it is deployed now. I could see last modified, right? Let's refresh this page. Yeah, so you can see like this page is loading now. So this from where you are getting this data means this data you are getting from your S3 bucket. So here I have this data. So now let's say if I'll upload one more file and see if we are able to access it or not. So let's say I am uploading one let's say I'm uploading one Masuri banner. I'll upload it. It is getting uploaded. It is uploaded. Close it. I'll just copy this with that URL. I'll just have this name. It is getting loaded, right? So this banner is getting this PNG file which we are having is getting loaded from this S3 bucket. Even though this S3 bucket is not public, if you will directly go and try to access this means you will not be able to access it. See, I'll try to access this directly means you will not be able to access it. It will say access denied. But here we already gave that policy uh, on this CloudFront, whatever policy we need to update in this S3 bucket for this CloudFront, that we already update. I told you, right, we need to go to this origin here and edit, and here you will see this policy, right? So this policy we have given here in this S3 bucket, we have given this policy here. So what is happening is after giving this policy, so it is able to connect to this CloudFront from here. So we are giving in this policy just allow everything. This is that CloudFront, and allow this one, and S3 get object we are allowing, right? This policy we have given it here in this bucket. That is the reason why CloudFront is able to access all the data inside that S3 bucket. And once we are giving the default URL, as we haven't added that custom domain, so we are accessing it with that default CloudFront domain, that is this one, and we are giving this, and then at the end we are giving that name of that PNG file, so we are able to access this. So that's how that CloudFront works. So if someone from that US location will try to access these things, first time it will take some time because it will go and it will hit this S3 bucket. But once it is loaded for the first time, then from the next time it will serve this PNG from JPG file from that edge location of US instead of getting in this location like uh, US. So it is already in US, but let's take an example like we are having this S3 bucket in Asia region and some US people is trying to use it, or just take an example like it is hosted in US and some India people is trying to access this URL, means what will happen? First it will take some time. So let's say for me it took some time, right, while loading first. Now if I'll again hit it, means it will not take much time. Why? Because this is now in our India edge location server. That is the reason why it will not take much time now. But for the very first time it took a lot of time, right? See, let me upload one more thing, and then you will get more understanding on this. Let me upload one more file. Chardham. Upload it. This got uploaded. Copy it, and where is that URL? I removed that. Try to access it. Okay, this loaded quite fast, so we didn't see much delay. But now if you will see, if I am refreshing, means it is not taking time, it is not taking much time. So like whenever we are hosting some site and we are using this CloudFront, that CloudFront basic uses, it will first load the data from that actual site, actual server. Then once it loaded, means it will save that into edge locations, and from there it will serve from the next time. So all those things we'll be able to do it with the help of CloudFront. So you can just try it out from your side. If you have any doubt, you can comment out, and you can, or else you can send me a message. I'll definitely help you out. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.